Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Pseudo's Crochet and More. This is your host Crystal. Today is the Crochet Nation issue 7 review. This was July's, no, not July. Wow, August. It's August's issue. And there is some good stuff in this one. I did get this pretty early on, and I do apologize that I did not get it to you guys sooner. But this is the latest edition for the Crochet Nation. Again, they do have the crochet knit. They have baking. They've got a lot of options. So if you're into more than just one craft or one hobby, you can check them out to see if they've come out with anything new. It is at a really good price, I believe. This one here it goes over home and living, wearables, amigurumi, and stitch break, which there are times when there's a stitch of the month. There's sometimes where it's not there. And this one here is the Celine neckerchief. I was looking at that. Looks like it would be a very simple pattern. And then there's a crochet a statement pillow. Let's see. All right, so the first thing that they do is they give you a letter from the editor, and then they recommend books, movies, accessories like supplies, tools. This one has an organizer bag for yarn and supplies. There's a candle on here this time, so I will show you that. Let's try to be careful here. So this is the letter from the editor, the movie, ocean, music recommendation this time, book recommendation. There is the candle. There's the crochet bag organizer for yarn and supplies. I'm not sure it tells you where that's from or just... Okay, let's see. No, does not tell you. Excuse me. I think I looked up one of these before one time and I could not find it on Audible because I like to listen to the books better. Sometimes you can get really into the book that way. And this one here, I don't think I looked this one up. It does give you kind of a little bit of a background on the book itself, so that's nice as well. And then there's a spiral crochet notebook recommendation here at the bottom. All right. And then there's Crochet Nation voices from a reader that wrote in. And then on the next page is a little teeny flower pattern. I'm not going to be able to show you guys that. There's a book recommendation called Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. I'll show you that, and I'll show you the other thing at the top. And that's pretty cute. I think that this pattern comes from this book. So mindset is everything in crochet. 5 ways to spread kindness with tiny crochet creations. And that's a little bit about that book. Here is, if I can get this to flip, I'll show you the top part, but I can't show you everything because the whole pattern is written in here. And I don't want to get, caught for showing you guys something that you have to pay for to see. It's the Wind River weighted blanket. And that's pretty cool. They do give you a diagram, and it's been designed by Susan Kennedy, originally published in Crochet, Southwest Spirit, published by David and Charles Publishing. So you do have to get the newspaper, or if you get their publishing, then you can get the pattern. This here looks like it is like a tapestry style crochet. It does have on here the book that it came from. Immerse yourself in boho inspired patterns, drawing inspiration from the vast landscapes and rich textiles of the American Southwest, from stylish baskets and pillows to cozy wraps and blankets. So, if you're interested in that type of crochet, you can check them out. Hooked Back in Time, 10 Surprising Ways Wool Changed the World. Give it to them sheep. There's a lot of information there on that. I can't really give you a lot of that because it could be copyright stuff, and I really don't want to get in trouble for giving you guys copyrighted information. Here's the, let's see, Portuguese Tiles Throw Pillow. And I will show it to you from this page because that's a good picture of it. There is also a diagram for this one as well, how it shows you how to do that. And then on the bottom, they've got the word scramble. We got the word scramble. I am so tongue-tied right now. It's not even funny. Some of these I have no idea. I think they gave you the answers in the next issue. I could be wrong. All right, and then on the next page, we've got The World is Your Mood Board. So this is how you use color from something to create a blanket or whatever you want to create. So this here, it pulled the colors from this picture to give you an idea of what colors you could use in your project. Now, I did look into this, and it's really cool, actually. I will give you, where is it? I know that there's a thing on this, and I don't remember where. See, here is a picture of a sunset, and they pulled the colors from there to make a hat. There's a lot of things that you can do. You can take your favorite picture of somebody, and you could use the colors that they were wearing that day sorry, I'm so used to having my camera straight in front of me, but the way I have it set up right now, it's going to be on my other monitor, so I'm kind of off to the side. So I do apologize if I keep going kind of like, and then coming back. And then we've got the Truett Tote, designed by Megan Balmer, originally published on meganmakesdo.com. So if you want the full pattern, you can go to her website and look it up. That's a pretty big tote bag. Whew. I don't know what kind of yarn she used. Oh, she used the herringbone single crochet. Okay. Okay, and then we've got the word ladder at the bottom of that page. And it tells you the clues on how to change. You change up the words a little bit. To get from silk to cord. I've kind of gotten some of them finished, but I've never filled them in. Right, and then the next one is Meet the Maker, 5 Steps to Turn Your Crochet Passion into a Thriving Business, and how to do that. And this one is Insider tips from Sarah Jane Fragolia of Bello Coco Crochet. So that's the main person that they talk to for this issue. And then there's a cowl, getaway cowl on the next page. I'll show you a picture of that. And I'll show you the bottom, actually, Stitch and Spell. So there's a puzzle on this side, and that's the cowl. Here. It's a pretty cowl. And then we have a fresh approach to classic crochet. Olena Fedotova, I don't know, I'm probably butchering her name, on modern design. She's got some information there. A morning mist shawl. I can't talk today. It's been one of them days. So there's that. And if you look her up, you might be able to find her. She's also been published by the David and Charles Publishing. That's a pretty shawl. It's in the New Ways to Crochet book as well. So if you're interested in getting that. And then we're on to amigurumi. And the maze for the kitten to get from the cat to get to the measuring tape. Why would they want a measuring tape? Not my... All right, so this one here is the Flower Princess pattern for amigurumi. It says that it's a skill level advanced beginner, so it's not for beginners. But there you go. It's cute. I'm not going to say it's not cute, but that's a little too much for me. And I show this magazine to you, or this newsletter to you guys, so you can see the different things that you could possibly learn about crochet, because there is some history information in here. There's new patterns that you may not have tried before. There's a stitch of the month. There's a horoscope, which I'm just about to those two here. So the stitch of the month this time is the easy shell stitch, which is shell stitch is pretty easy. And it is a beginner level. And I'm not going to, well, I'll show you, but I have to cover up most of this, because it's got the full instructions pretty much on the top page. There's the easy shell stitch. And then on the bottom is the Crochetology. It's your horoscope for crochet. I had to look like twice before I found mine. So I'm a Capricorn. It says, you run your yarn stash like clockwork. Now take a moment to play. Try the Truant blank tote, page 9, in a color you'd normally avoid. It could be the reset your creativity didn't know it needed. So they've got everything on here, for all astrology or whatever it's called. And then they were doing a yarn of the month, Bello Coco Merino. And I'm not sure. Hello Coco Merino Yarn Photo Contest. Send a photo of you with your copy of Crochet Nation in your favorite reading spot by September 25th, and we'll pick 3 winners. That's not bad. My favorite spot to read is my spot to crochet, so First place, all 35 shades. Second place, 15 balls. Third place, 8 balls. Scan the QR code for full details. So that's not bad. They're giving you till September 25th to do it, so that's pretty cool. I don't think I would win anyways. I never win. I'm not that lucky. All right. And then we have Hooked and Hilarious Crochet and Transition Adventures in Airport Crocheting, Backseat Blacking, and Nautical Frogging. I'm sure that's pretty funny. And then we have Dear Grandma Angie. That's like Dear Angie or whatever that was that people wrote into and with their questions and they answered. That's what this is, and I'll show you that because that doesn't give anything but, you know. All right. There's this. And then underneath that is the comic, The Great Pattern Vault. That's funny. At least it's soft. All right. And then Stitches of Deception, which I still don't have the first volume issue yet. I'm still working on getting that. But for right now, I'm going to hold off until I can get issue 1 because I really feel like I'll be missing something if I don't have that. And then on the next page is the neckerchief pattern that was on the front page. And I will just do this and cover that up so you can see it. It's a really thin scarf. It's basically like it's classified as a neckerchief. Just goes around the neck and ties. And then we have 4 essentials for choosing the perfect yarn, an article about how to choose the perfect yarn. And then what's your ideal destination for a crochet retreat? What's your ideal crochet soundtrack? I don't know. Because I mostly listen to books when I crochet. Or my mother-in-law has a game, some kind of show going on in the background. And then there's the story to fill in the blanks. And then the crossword puzzle on the back page. So, if you like to get a newspaper, because most newspapers don't even exist anymore, you pretty much have to buy them or read them online. There are very few that even still print on paper. So this is a really nice treat to get once a month. It's not a weekly, which is good. You get a lot of different information. Like I said, you get history, you get the story that they've been doing since issue 1. There's comics, there's horoscopes. There's a lot of good information in these. And I will put the link to their website in the description box. So if you want to check them out, whether it's for crochet, knit, baking, I think that's the only ones they have right now are those 3. So you can always do the baking if you like to bake. I think it's pretty much the same as the Crochet Nation, where they give you, they might have a story going on in it. They might have, history about baking and recipes and different things. Like a stitch of the month, they might have a recipe of the month. Never know. Won't know unless you try it out. Well, that's going to be it for this one. I really do like that. Newspaper. I keep trying to call it a magazine, and I don't know why, but I'm going to take a drink. If you didn't see my video with my husband with the unboxing for Spain, I was drinking A&W ice cream sundaes, 0 sugar. This is oddly weird and good at the same time. Now, it is not going to be a go-to like my Dr. Pepper Zeros, but this is going to be one that I might get when I'm in the mood for root beer and want something different. And it's great that it comes in a 0 sugar. But it's good. All right. Well, until next time, I hope you all stay safe, stay crafty, stay cool if you're in those hot elements right now, and have a good one. Bye-bye.